Okay, we should be live. I'm pretty sure we're live. Yep, I got my alert saying that I'm live. Perfect. Alright, we're good. We're good. How is it going, everybody? I have light again. I was able to switch the light in my office room. Because, oh boy, that wasn't fun either. Because, like, it's not the same as regular ceiling fan lights. At least not the ones I'm used to. Well, you guys can't see it because of the fucking glare. But it has like one bulb, or one glass dome that I had to carefully remove so it wouldn't shatter. And then I replaced the light bulbs inside. So wasn't fun, but it's the fans that came with the house, and I haven't really had any reason to change them because they work just fine, you know? So you're actually going to be able to see my face this time, and you'll hopefully hearing Zilix, if he gives me like a testing here real quick.
Hello everyone.
So hopefully everything is good. So news for this week, we actually have 2 battles this week. Okay, one of them is mine, obviously, because I'm actually always on top of shit. You know, I always get my battles done. I haven't made the video for it yet, but it will be done by tomorrow. And we actually have somebody else that actually had their battles this week. But unfortunately, we did lose a player. All right, perfect. Everything is good. Thank you, Baba. My wife always my number one fan. You know. So we did lose a player. They had to drop out because of personal reasons. So we are down a person. I don't know how we're gonna handle the schedule. Honestly, Zen was like, "Oh, we'll just battle whoever that person was supposed to battle instead of your bye." And I'm just like, "You're gonna fuck up the schedule because sometimes some of these people already face somebody. I don't know. So I don't know if it's gonna be possible to do it that way." So I really don't know. I think we have just 2 people with buys a week. I don't know. I just don't know how to properly do this. And on top of the fact that nobody's actually having their battles doesn't help. So I will be posting my updates in the chat probably tomorrow with all the battles that are missing. But anyways, Silix, how are you doing? Let's start off with that. You're my co-host, so you get your time in the spotlight. You know, tell us how your life has been. How it's been since the last week we talked. You know, talk to us.
I'm doing pretty well. I haven't done a whole lot this week. Mostly just been preparing. I'm traveling over this upcoming weekend, so just having a few things in order for that. But aside from that, not a whole lot's been going on.
Well, we'd love to see it. We love to see it. Hopefully your trip goes well. Okay, you know, things are still a little crazy out there, and I've been hearing some stuff with some planes out there. So if you're trying with a plane, please be careful.
We'll be on the road, but hopefully there's no ice or anything.
Right.
Because I'm far enough north that this time of year it can get a bit icy. See.
Well, you'll be careful, my friend. I don't want anything happening to you. We already had a car accident in this league this season, and we don't want another one.
And knock on wood, but usually the main like turnpikes and stuff are well salted, so there shouldn't be too many ice related issues.
Good. Love to hear it. All right, so why don't we transition over to the replays? Shall we? Unless there's something you want to bring up before we start.
I'm good to get right into things.
Okay, so we're gonna switch over here. You guys should be seeing the screen. You should be seeing the screen right now. So the 2 battles that happened this week, so besides mine, you had Mudkip Fan versus, I think this is No, Sonic. I think this is Sonic. I can check to confirm.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. Did you confirm that?
Sonic's team,
Sonic?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So mods that I'm seeing that I like, we got the Quavo, favorite starter in Gen 9, and the Meowscarada. So this is the triple Paldea starter team, basically. Which I think it's wild that he got all three. And he also has the Ursaluna, which is always going to be a big threat. And on the opposite side, this is pretty much the same core that Mudkip has been bringing. I think Galvantula maybe not so much, but the Moon, the Primarina, the Golden Go, that's a pretty strong core. And then you always have Glamora, which is always a pain in the ass. If I remember correctly, last week when we were talking about this match, you did talk about the Quillfish, and look at that, he actually brought it. So if they're watching these, you already know they're listening to Zilix's advice over here, because I'm pretty sure most of these guys are the ones we were talking about last week in the stream.
Yeah, we were talking about this battle, a couple others, but yeah, I did already watch this battle, and there's a couple things I noted that can be worth pointing out.
Right.
But the first one, and it's seen in like the first turn. The Meowscarada unfortunately has the incorrect ability, which does end up influencing the late.
Okay, so then you want to do like we did what was it, the first or second, the first week? Yeah, the first week where we let the replay go and then you start talking about the stuff that you noticed. Because I think that's much better than.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, so we're gonna let it play out. I
can
don't
go
think
ahead
I
and
watched it all the
start
way
the
through.
play.
So you can just tell us some notes. This is what you mentioned, the Meowscarada not being Protean, which is always a pain in the ass.
Yeah, so right away you see that on the U-turn, the bug type not coming up. And then those sticky webs get set down and are basically there the entire game. We never see them removed, which is unfortunate because I think this turn around this point here where the Quavel is taken out, I think was a massive misplay because, +2 Golden Go that's at 30% health. You can basically bring in Ursaluna for free.
Yeah.
And, the air balloon's gone, and losing Quavel basically means that, you no longer have the rapid spin to deal with those webs. And it's not a good thing to have to deal with, especially when you're looking at like a Roaring Moon, a Primarina, and a Golden Go, even Glamora taking advantage of the reduced speed from sticky webs. And I think there were some misplays on both sides, but ignoring the incorrect ability on the Meowscarada, I think losing the Quavel was just really what sent this battle spiraling out of control. I mean, even like the Glamora going for the energy ball on bulletproof.
I mean,
I don't really think it
expect
mattered
that,
too
though.
much because
I didn't even
that
know.
kind of just
I didn't even
earthquake.
know Ursaluna had bulletproof.
Yeah, it's sort of weird to bring because I mean, on one hand, you don't really need it. You don't need the Scrappy because the Golden Go is just gonna take an earthquake.
Right.
But yeah, I think bulletproof. I mean, it showed its worth. But yeah, I mean, this Ursaluna really just keeps coming in, taking hits all day, and it probably would have won the battle if the Quavo was still around.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately for Zonix, there's not going to be a whole lot he can do when the Roaring Moon is able to come in.
Is it back? Are we back? Can I be heard? Can I be heard? Oh boy, how fun! Don't you just love it when the internet dies because of the rain? I love that.
Huh. Sometimes the storms knock the power out around here.
Yeah. Okay. Where were we? Oh yeah, the triple axle not killing because that's not stab. That's where we were, which is something you were talking about.
Yeah, I was surprised the triple axle didn't kill, because, well, I mean, it did a lot of damage. Obviously not enough, but yeah, I mean, had the Quaquavo been alive to rapid spin away webs, and if the Protean was there, I think it probably would have had a different outcome.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Protean is what. Like, if he had been Protean, then he would have killed the Roaring Moon. Hands
Yeah,
down.
it's just a question of like if the Pre-Marina comes in and then Revenge kills, but as an ice type, I doubt the Pre-Marina would have anything super effective, so probably wouldn't be
Wait,
able to one-shot, and then
wait,
like a flower trick.
wasn't, doesn't, hold on, maybe I misread this, or missaw this, let me see. Because I think, yeah, Meow was Boots.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably missed that. So yeah, then even irregardless of that, just being Protean probably would have been enough to win.
Yeah.
Because I doubt Pre-Marina. I
Yeah,
don't
because
remember exactly how much health it had.
48%.
Yeah, it probably would have gone down to a flower trick, no problem.
Well, there you go, Sonic. Make sure your items, abilities, and moves are all correct, so that this doesn't happen again. Because you could have won this one, honestly.
Yeah, and I mean, we've all been there before, where either a misclick or a wrong ability. I've seen so many cute charm hyper voice Sylveons where it
Oh
just
yeah,
basically does no damage.
Casilla was pretty weak without Pixelate.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, from there, Ursaluna can't win this one by itself. So actually, does Ursa outspeed 218? No, it doesn't outspeed Primarina regardless. I don't know. Yeah, there it is. He wrote it. He wrote it in the chat that he forgot Protean.
Yeah.
It happens, but you always gotta pay attention to those little details when you're doing your team building, because they can really screw you over. Okay, so then
Yeah, it's also why it can help to have like mock battles, although I know not everyone either has like the time or the friends to be able to do mocks with, but usually stuff like that, I mean, you'd notice it right away in a mock battle and you'd be able to fix it immediately.
yeah.
But yeah, the number of time that I've seen Terra types forgotten or wrong abilities, whatever else it may be,
Yeah, it's all
uh, it's always unfortunate, especially when it can really decide a game like this.
very, very true. Ice grass, Spectre, poison. He had good Terras on his bonds actually. Besides Meow, because I don't think Meow can Terra. But he had Ice Aleki, or Electrode, Fairy Quaquavel, or Poisons. I mean, I don't think you would Terra Quillfish ever, so. But Farah, Stinisha, and fighting type Ursaluna. So at least he got his Terra right, but he just forgot the ability. Don't worry, we're still rooting for you, Sonic. You can come back next week. So, I guess we'll talk about my match. I might as well show it because, like I said, we only have 2 battles this week because people didn't get their battles done. Again, I'm gonna start yelling at people. Get your fucking battles done. I want to actually have a good review out here, or we're not just stuck with 1 battle or 2. So this was fun. This was a fun battle. I'm not gonna lie. It came down to the wire. I'm so mad. The only thing I'm upset about is that the end game happened because of luck. I played this so well. I did get 1 hacks though. I got 1 hacks in the middle of the battle on my side, where I was the advantage. But he fucking screwed me over in the end game. I'm fucking pissed. But I don't know. You want me to, did you watch my replay or not?
I saw most of the battle. I did see how it ends. I haven't looked at it with scrutiny yet, though.
Okay, well, I can give a little bit of a sound up here. So, obviously I'll go into more details when I make the video tomorrow. But essentially, my Ogerpon was a gimmicky ass set. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I told Zilix about it last week, and he thought it was funny. I didn't get to show it off though because he didn't bring his Ogerpon in. But essentially, we both have Ogerpons on my teams. I have the water one, he has the fire one. So my plan going into this is I'm gonna make my Ogerpon more physically defensive, but still a little bit of speed investment. And then I had Rock Tomb on my Ogerpon, which would essentially cause it to be where I click Rock Tomb as he attacks me. He's faster than me automatically because I'm not running max speed because I'm not risking the speed tie hit. He goes for his hit. I live. I go for Rock Tomb. Now he's slower than me, and I can kill him with my IV Cudgel. So it's a very gimmicky ass fucking Ogerpon here. I also had, my fighting type Registeel and fighting type Garganacl, which were there specifically designed to deal with the King Gambit because King Gambit is a fucking troll. The funny thing about my Registeel is, okay, and I did this on purpose during my testing, is King Gambit is busted. Okay, that's a fucking broken ass mon. I fucking hate that shit. Okay, I love using it. Okay, when I'm laddering and shit like that. But King Gambit is dumb. I'm so glad it can't Terra in our league because it's broken. Okay, it's a broken ass mon with a broken ass ability. So I expected to at some point have a potential Registeel versus King Gambit. Okay, I predicted that to happen at some point in the battle. Now, knowing Doruk and knowing how his mind works and how he plays sometimes, I fully expected him to have some type of fighting coverage on King Gambit because of the fact that I have fucking 6 billion steel types on my team. Okay, he needs any ground or fighting move is gonna do a lot of damage to my team. Everybody fucking knows this is a very huge weakness on my team. So I fully expected him to go for low kick. So what I ended up doing, and Zilix, you probably didn't realize this in the replay, but I mentioned it. I think I told Doruk after the battle. And I'm telling you guys now, and I'll say it again in the video tomorrow. I specifically gave my Registeel the light metal ability because that means that low kick does less damage. So I don't care how, I calculated, he could be the last mon. 5 fainted allies and shit, plus 2, low kick doesn't kill my Registeel. As long as I'm at full HP. I live with I think it was 13-14%, and I go back with Buddy Press. So I fully I went straight ham in this battle. Okay, I'm very proud of this battle. Okay, And the move sets I had on my Pokemon were fucking great. Okay, I had Superpower on Ogerpon to fucking blow up that fucking Blissey. I had Wish Support, Scream Tail. I don't remember what my Typhlosion was a little gimmicky though. I was like Will-O-Wisp, Eruption because I was expecting him to bring Sun, and then my Eruption blows up like half his team, but he didn't bring Torkoal. I was fat. Okay, so this is part of the Zilix thing. I was fast Scream Tail. I had enough speed to outspeed Roaring Moon in or out of the sun because I was gonna get if we were under sun, I had enough speed to where my photosynthesis would give me a speed boost, and I two hit KO his wake, and he can't do too much back to me, which is fun. Okay, so what else? Garganackle was the only like potential weird mon on the team, and I don't remember what I had on my treads. Honestly, I will admit that I don't remember. Treads is probably like the weakest link on here. Actually, no. I think Treads had Expert Belt. Okay, see, and I need to come back. I need to remember. I had Expert Belt Treads, and I EV'd it to where I'm faster than basically everything. Because his only fast mod is the Ogerpon and the Wake, okay? So Treads is never outspeeding both of them. So I don't think I invested enough speed to outspeed everything below that. Especially like Magnezone, okay? And I had Earth Power, and with the amount of special attack investment I had, I Oko Torkoal from full. Okay, because nobody's running fucking special defensive Torkoal. We all know that shit. So I Oko Torkoal with Earth Power, and I have enough attack to where I Oko Hatterene with Heavy Slam. Okay. I don't remember what the rest of the moves were though. I think I had Rapid Spin. I'm pretty sure I had Rapid Spin, and I forget what my last move was. So those are some of the main points of this team. Like I said, the battle was fun. I will mention where I got lucky. And here, I was never gonna click Stealth Rocks as long as fucking stupid ass Hatterene is on full display. What was it? My Ice Spinner. Dude, fucking Reggie still having access to all these new moves is fucking great. Goddamn, fucking Scream Tail so fucking tanky. Goddamn, crazy. Oh wait, no, lies. I think I switched out my treads. I had Balloon. Yeah, I forgot about that. I switched that up. Okay, that was one thing. See, this is why it's good that I'm rewatching this now, so I don't make that mistake tomorrow's video. I think I switched it to Balloon because in the testing it was really hard to switch into Golurk because we knew for a fact it was gonna bring it. So I was like, man, if I had Balloon on treads, I can probably deal with this thing. And I think even without the extra belt, I still had a good chance. I still Oko Hatterene. Actually, it was like a 70-something% chance to Oko Hatterene without the expert belt. And I don't Oko Torkoal, but I do like 92% somewhere around there because I don't have expert belt. But still, it's fine. With any little chip damage is good. So I killed this Hatterene. And I know that Doruk was talking about how, you got a crit, and it didn't fucking matter. I was more offensive tread, so he was gonna die there regardless. That crit didn't fucking matter. I will tell you guys what crit actually fucking matters. Also, that's the other part about this shit. This is a good thing with having water immunity and a fairy type. I think that's one of the things that Zilix and I were talking about, if he remembers. That I always have an answer to walking weight because of that.
Yeah.
You can't use dragon moves because I have Scream Tail, and you can't use water moves because I have Ogerpon. So I think that's funny. I'll just let it play out. I don't even know why I'm doing this. I went for player off because I was thinking that he was gonna stay in. Also, webs. Why? Most of my mons are slow. Oh, now that hat is gone, I can do that. That's true. Why did I go for recover there? I don't know why I went for recover there. I should have just attacked that a little bit, but still. Here, I'm just trying to set some end game or something like that. I don't fucking know. Oh, I remember what I was doing there. Dude, fucking Ogerpon is so fucking fast that even at -1, I outspeed most of his team. Which I think is funny. And Screamtail tanking, bro. It's crazy. And I fucking kill this thing with a flamethrower. And this goddamn
I did really like the Terra fighting on the Golurk. I think was a pretty good bring.
It was, because I have nothing for that. Also, I don't know why the fuck I went for Will-O-Wisp there. He wasn't switching. He got a special defense. That was another thing. He got a special defense drop. I could have fucking blown this thing with a focus blast. And this is where I think this is where I got the hacks. Cause yeah, okay. I will pause it here because I want to mention this. I took like 10 minutes calculating this shit. Okay. Or analyzing what the fuck do I do here? Do I sacrifice treads? Do I go into Screamtail? Like, what do I do? Like, I'm still faster than him. Like, I did so many checks, so many buttons. I kept switching what I was gonna do, what I wasn't gonna do, and I settled on attacking. Now, this crit does matter. Okay. There was no way I killed without that crit there. Okay. I will admit that. I will happily admit that. There was no way that was going to kill. That was like, I think I did like 39% or something like that because I was -1. And I will admit, I got lucky there. I felt bad for the orc. I said, I'm sorry. That one definitely mattered. My Ogerpon should have definitely died here. Okay, I should not be alive right now. Okay, I admit that. I can admit that. So, he goes into King Gambit. He's at, -4. I'm saving my Ogerpon here because I basically don't need it anymore. He goes for his SD. He goes for Sucker Punch, kills my treads. And then, the coup de grace, my Terra fighting Registeel with light metal does jack shit. Look at that. Did nothing. And then I kill it back with the body press. And then I fucking tank that. Look at that. Registeel so fucking bulky. Okay, so this is where I say that Doruk is a fucking cheater. Okay? He's at -2. He's at -2 with his goddamn what is it?
Walking Wake.
Walking Wake. It's like, I can't even fucking talk. Okay. Screamtail has a chance to live. Actually, both of my mons live without incident. Okay. Ogerpon tanks it, and Screamtail does have a slight chance. Like it can. Like he had Skull, right? He doesn't have Hydro Stream. He doesn't have whatever other fucking water move that this thing gets. Okay. He is at -2. Now, Screamtail has... I calced all this shit. Because after what happens here, I calced it just to confirm. He literally had, and I'm not shooting you, a 17% chance to kill my Screamtail from the amount of HP I had. 17%. So he's like, okay, well, go into Ogerpon, go from there. And I'm like, okay, fine, we'll just fucking do that, whatever. And he fucking crits my Ogerpon with Flamethrower. I was so pissed. I lived that shit easy. And I kill him. with anything. I was so mad, and then like right there, he literally got the 17% chance to kill my stream tail. I was so fucking angry. I was so fucking mad. So angry. Okay, that should not have happened.
The web's biting you in the end.
I mean, yes and no. I don't think the webs were the major issue here. Wait, did I lose my audio again? Hold on.
Hello?
Oh, I can hear you. Can you hear me? I don't know what happened there.
It's lagging a little bit, but...
Well, it better fucking fix itself, piece of shit. Okay, I'll give it. I like webs. Yes, it's annoying, but my issue is I should have lived that. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Also, if I had protect on my screen tone, because I don't think I had it. I think I had wish, dazzling gleam. I think I had a fire move. I can probably look it up. Hold on, I'll look at it like in my builder over here. Give me 1 second. I think I was wish 3 attacks. I think that might have been what I had. But if I had protect, okay, then I still would have won. That's all I'm gonna say. Well, let me check. All right. I know it was wish, dazzling gleam. I think I had a fire move, flamethrower for gambit and magnezone. But I'm trying to remember what my 4th move was. It might have been a psychic move, but I'm not sure. There we go. No, I had Thunder Wave. What? Oh, now I remember. I blame Zen for that one. He said, "Oh, get Thunder Wave so you can paralyze the Walking Wake, the Ogre Pawn, anything that tries to switch in." No, if I had fucking Protect on that shit, I would have won. Because I get a little bit more HP. Oh, Silix dropped out. Silix, no. He's probably having issues with his internet now. Yeah, because he's offline. What was I saying? Yeah, so if I had Protect, that means I get a little bit more leftovers. Which means I'm out of range. He doesn't kill me. Because, like, I don't have the calc on this screen, so give me 1 second while I open it up over here. Because I was at 20. Yeah, that's fine. I was at 23%. Okay, that's 23%. If I open it up over here and I go into here, Walking Wake. Life orb, because he was Orbingtons, you know. I figured as much. Now we're both having issues.
Yeah, I that was weird.
Okay, so I was trying to do a calc here. So I was at 23%. And he had Scald. Okay, and he's at -2. Okay, so literally, like I'm saying, he had 17% chance to kill my Scream Tail from this amount of HP. If I had Protect instead of fucking Thunder Wave, leftovers is 6%, or is it 12? I don't remember.
6.
6. I live. No issues. I just needed to have Protect instead of Thunder Wave, and I would have won. Okay. That's all I'm saying. Thor got lucky. He crit my Ogre Pawn, and he got the 17% kill on my Scream Tail. So,
Yeah, I also think Scald was sort of a weird bring because I'm not really certain what you'd be trying to burn instead
I,
of just bringing like Surf.
I don't know. That's a good question. Yeah, because I don't think any of my mons suffer from a burn. Let me look at my team again.
I don't know, maybe get residual damage on something like Udra switching in,
Maybe.
but aside from that, I don't know.
Yeah. Oh well. That's almost like Dor got lucky at the end there. I will give him the fact that my Overpawn crit his goaler. Okay, I will give it up. That was fucked up. But at the end of the day, he got lucky. At the end, he got two lucky breaks at the end of the battle. That's all I'm gonna say. But either way, it was a fun match. Really down to the wire, and the fact that we both died because he has a life orb, as well.
Yeah, the 0-0 is always funny.
Yeah. So that's that. Like I said, I'm gonna make my full video recap tomorrow, and I'll have it up for you guys. I don't know. Anything else you want to bring up about that match?
I mentioned it before, but I do like the Terra fighting on
On the goal.
Golurk,
Yeah.
taking advantage of the no guard. I think is sort of gimmicky, but I think your team is one where it can work, especially because one of your best fighting switch-ins, being either the Screamtail or the Hisuian Typhlosion, are both weak to like a Shadow Punch or whatever other ghost move
Yeah.
that Golurk has. So I think it was a good set. I don't know if not bringing the sun uh, helped or if it hurt. Um, I don't really know if Blissey was doing a whole lot this battle. I mean, I guess it can switch into Typhlosion.
Yeah, that's pretty
Um,
much all it did. Actually, if he had brought
but
Sun, send me where the Sun. If he had Sun in the end game, then I also won because I get a special defense boost.
outspeed.
No, because
Oh yeah,
because of the fact that I'm webbed, I get a special defense boost,
yeah.
which means he can't kill me at all. Because he's only gonna get a speed boost at this point.
But yeah, the I think using something like Charge a Bug in a matchup like this is kind of cool.
Yeah,
I mean, you did mention that webs maybe aren't the best against your team. It did end up mattering, slowing down Screamtail in that end game.
that is true.
But yeah, I mean, I think hacks aside, you both played pretty well. I mean, I didn't really notice any misplays. The Hatterene staying in on
On treads.
like a potential steal move. I don't know if maybe he was gonna try to go for like Mystical Fire or something, or what move was being clicked there, but
I think he just didn't expect it to be offensive. That's why he said the crit mattered because
yeah, but even still, you're gonna be taking like 50 from like a non-offensive treads.
yeah.
A lot of health to sacrifice that early, especially when you have things that can switch in like the Golurk.
Yeah, that is true. What are the moves that I have in my treads? I'm wondering. I think I had Ice Spinner. Yeah, I had Heavy Slam, Earth Power, Ice Spinner, Volt Switch. So I didn't even have Rapid Spin this week. So
Honestly, could have even gone straight into Charger Bug because you set up webs and then you go Gulurk to spin block.
yeah.
Would have also been a good line right there. Because I mean, there's not a whole lot that Trez can do against Charger Bug. As funny as that sounds.
Yeah, because he doesn't get a rock type move if I remember correctly. Oh, he gets rock slide, I guess.
But yeah, even still, like you go Charger Bug on like a steel move, you set up webs, probably a violate, so you likely live one attack.
Yeah.
You go Gulurk to spin block, puts you in a pretty good position. Especially being Terra fighting, since you don't really care about the air balloon on treads, since you can just dynamic punch.
Yeah.
And then I think having the Hatterene for the later parts of the game likely would have been more beneficial overall. Like it could have gone for like Psychic after the Terra fighting was revealed on Registeel.
That is true.
Saves.
I wasn't even that specially defensive invested. Actually I had no special defense investment. I was max. Well, not. I wasn't even max attack. Actually, now that I look at this, I could have done way more because I was bold. Why wasn't I impish? The fuck? I should have been impish, and I might have done way more to the wake, right? Hold on. Now I'm curious. Now you made me curious. Let me see. That might have screwed me over a little bit. How much did I do with body press? I did 53%. Actually, it didn't fucking matter, apparently. Body press is the same regardless. Never mind. I was gonna say, if I had got more chip, but no. Although I did get like the middle roll here. Because I had a max potential of 58%. So. Look at that. I got a lower roll on my Registeel. See? I could have won this shit. Could have won this shit. But yeah, that's besides the point. We're not gonna talk about any more about this. So I guess we could just talk about week 6 stuff if you want.
Sure.
Let's see. We got Panda versus Doruk, so there's that. Khan versus Jack, which I still need to talk to Jack to see if he's still catching up. I technically have a bye, but I don't know what we're gonna do with 8 because he left. Sonic versus Cubone, Anarchy versus Zen, and Yoder versus Mudkip Fan. Any one of these matchups that interest you, Zilix, out of all of them?
Well, I think Khan's matchup against Jack would be very entertaining, but obviously not entirely certain if that battle is going to be happening.
Right.
But I mean, just looking at both those teams, I think it'll definitely be, if it does happen, a good showcase of what Gen 9 draft has kind of shaped into, as we see some older school mons on Jack's team, mixed in with like the Enamorous. And then a lot of the new school stuff on Khan's team with Tusk, Gen Pao, Raging Bolt, Iron Leaves. But yeah, I think two pretty stacked teams, and it'll be entertaining to see how they play out.
Yep, Arcanine for Qian Bao and Iron Leaves. Actually, does Iron Leaves get anything for Corv? I think I might have
Like outside of a Terra, I'm not certain. I know it can benefit from electric terrain, so I don't know if it gets any electric moves to pair with it.
because that might be so. This is the war of attrition of like tanking. Hariyama deals with Qian Pao. I just realized that you have Thick Fat for the ice moves and you're a fighting type for the dark. That'd be interesting to see that. And there's not really a lot that switches into Hariyama except for like Dustnor maybe. Because Floor just doesn't want to take a heavy slam.
Does Hariyama get heavy slam?
Yes, I'm pretty sure it does. I'm gonna check.
I know it
I'm pretty sure
at least gets bullet punch.
Hari. It does.
Yeah, so that'll be a good thing to bring against like the Forgus. I think Dustnar though could probably switch in, maybe burn it. Although I guess I'm worried about it having guts over Thick Fat, because I guess Thick Fat isn't super necessary. I mean, it helps, but
I mean, you're going against Qian Pao, right? So, when you want all the, there's nothing else on this team switches into this monster. So, like maybe Intimidate Arcanine. But then again, like
yeah, I think extreme speed on Arcanine will also be pretty useful. I think Dust Noir has to be brought just to
also
try
for
to
the
shut
mouse
some of
hold.
that stuff down. I also think it could probably deal with Enamorous decently.
You also don't want mouse hold to get out of hand.
Right, yeah, with Population Bomb.
How fast is mouse hold again? He's base 111. Jesus Christ, he's so fucking fast. I totally forgot about that. One speedy ass fucking mouse.
Yeah, and there's a good amount of priority and really just like speed on both of these teams.
Yeah.
So I think it'll really come down to like which six are brought, because I can
they
see
each have
arguments
counters for
for
each one.
most of, yeah, and if you under prepare for something, it could get out of hand, or if you over prepare for something else, then there could be a different problem that arises. But like looking at both teams, this is one that I would struggle to build for, because I would really have to play out different scenarios in my head and think about how they would interact with one another, like which items would be the best, what moves are worth bringing. This is honestly a matchup where I think some resist berries could come in handy, because you could get some random like surprise KOs where perhaps you think the opponent's going to switch, you take the hit and knock something out.
Yeah, because I'm over here like, do I bring Gastrodon for the Raging Bolt, but then risk getting hit by Iron Leaves? But then, but I have Corviknight for Iron Leaves, and Oh, but I have Embor and Raging Bolt for Corviknight. No.
Yeah, and Leaves does get Wild Charge.
What am I at?
And it is 130 attack, so Corviknight probably could not take too many of those.
Or you can do Web Spike Volt.
Yeah, webs could be pretty useful. Con does have some good hazard removal
He's got the
with
best one.
Fortress.
Great Tusk is
You
right
do have
there.
Dragapult to. I mean, yeah, but I was like looking top to bottom or
Oh.
bottom top.
Yeah, because I was going to say, he's got the best spinner in the whole fucking game. Great Tusk is right there.
I think Dragapult though can really just switch in a lot. And there's
Tusk?
not a whole lot that can really just easily take hits like repeatedly, depending on what set it is. And even like Raging Bolt with the I'm forgetting the name of the move, but
Thunderclap?
it's not going to be doing a whole lot of damage to Dragapult.
You're
I
talking
think
about
Emboar gets
Thunderclap, right?
Sucker Punch. Yeah.
And yes, Embor does get Sucker Punch.
Yeah, so there might be a decent amount of Sucker Punch mind games. I do think though Jack might be relying a little bit too heavily on a defensive Arcanine in this matchup because I mean you want to have it for like Embor, being able to intimidate Chien-Pao is super useful. Iron Leaf,
Iron Leaf.
but it comes down to like how many hits can you take, and if there's rocks up, that Arcanine's gonna probably want boots, and then if you have boots,
You don't have
then
lefties.
yeah.
I mean, you do have
I
Tidy
think
Up and Defog for hazard removal.
probably won't see the Tinkaton. Although I guess it could be something that could handle Hariyama.
Wait, can't Tinkatunk also deal with
Powerful.
Dragapult and Enramorous? Isn't Tinkaton's special defense like really good?
Can't remember if it's physically defensive or special
Yeah,
defensive.
105 special defense. He's got 85 HP.
I wonder if it's
105
bait
special
though,
defense.
because like sub DD Dragapult substitute as a Tinkaton comes in, set up a Dragon Dance, and go for like Shadow Force or whatever that other move is. Does it get Poltergeist? I don't think so, right?
Let me check, but I don't think it does. Dragapult. Ghost Moose. Phantom Force, Shadow Ball, Hex, Astonish. That's pretty much it.
I don't know like what 6 Con would bring. I mean, probably.
I know Chan is coming for sure. Because you're faster. Isn't Chan faster than Dragapult?
Even if it isn't, it gets Sucker Punch and Ice Shard. And I mean, Ice Shard.
Okay,
If webs are ever set up by like Vigapult, it can Ice Shard the Enamorous, Shard Dragapult.
Yeah, it's 7 speed lower, but still. I mean, like.
Maybe you don't bring Tusk, because like Corviknight can switch in, get rid of Tusk's hazards. Enamorous, I mean, I guess it doesn't want to take on Ice Spit.
You also don't want to hit into Hariyama with Tusk, I guess. Vikavolt is immune to your ground type moves.
Yeah, there's 3 ground immunities over there.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, rocks are pretty decent value because you do pressure Arcanine if it's not running boots, and also the Enamorous.
But you can
But
have rocks on Tinkaton or Fortress. You don't necessarily need Tusk for that.
yeah, and Tinkaton isn't a bad rocker either because like it doesn't have too many great moves coverage. I mean, Steel Fairy, Stealth Rocks, plus like maybe you run an SD or substitute or something.
This will be. I will give you that one. This one. I don't envy either one of these guys.
Yeah, really. It's a tough matchup, but I think it will be an interesting one to watch. See how it plays out.
Yeah. And what else do we have?
Any battles that you find interesting?
Let's see. Maybe not that one. Fielder. I guess I can see Yoler versus Mudkip being okay because Mudkip recently picked up Rillaboom, so now you have priority against the Valiant. Although I think Roaring Moon is faster than Iron Valiant.
I also like Rillaboom on this team quite a bit because I think Primarina does, I mean, obviously like weak to grass, but does benefit from grassy terrain.
Yeah.
Since Primarina doesn't really have recovery options. And yeah, but I think like, especially because this team, it looks very hyper offensive on paper. I think having that residual recovery is very helpful if the Golden Go's ever grounded or the Roaring Moon. And usually with hyper offense teams like this, you're gonna be going for like those big like one hit KOs anyways. So it doesn't matter too much that you're giving residual recovery to your opponent as well. Especially if you have a way of punishing mons that would thrive in the grassy terrain to like other grass types. And in this instance, I think the Amoonguss could prove to be a little bit problematic, taking that additional recovery into Regenerator, especially when some of the best things that could deal with it are like the Azelf.
But then Azelf gets stopped by
while good, yeah, and Polion can probably switch in pretty reliably, and also that Torterra in grassy terrain would be
Shell Smash,
pretty monstrous.
Woodhammer.
Yeah, just getting like damaging itself, but getting some back from the terrain might prove to be a bit problematic in this matchup. But I think in other matches, it's overall a good pickup for the team. but maybe Rillaboom might not be the best bring here. But that Grassy Glide still could prove to be useful enough to bring it.
Yeah. But I'm like looking at Yola's team. I think most of his team is set. You got Val, Latios, Empoleon, Amoonguss, Mandibuzz, and either Enter or Torterra. Um, like Mandibuzz is like good against Golden Go, and like it's Mandibuzz and Empoleon. You have both of them that can switch into Golden Go reliably. And then you also have Latios, which is pretty much faster than everything except the Orange Moon, right? I think it's faster than Latios. Or is Azo? Is Azo faster? No.
I know Azelf is a little quick. I don't remember its exact.
Okay, Azo is a little faster because Azo is 115 to Latios is 110. But Azo gets stopped as well by Mandibuzz and Empoleon. So this is one of those things where this is also one of the times where Toxic Debris isn't even that good because you have two defoggers that are immune to toxic spikes.
And a grounded poison.
And a grounded poison type to absorb that. And Valiant is always scary.
Yeah, I do like Galvantula here. You can obviously deal with the Empoleon Mandibuzz, which stops a lot of the other offense.
Yeah.
You have Bug Buzz for Latios. Webs are going to be really good against Valiant if you're able to keep them on the field. And even if like any turn that Yodeler spent like defogging is an opportunity for maybe the Golden Ghost switches in and sets up a nasty plot.
My one concern about the webs, Zillis, I don't know if you agree with me, is that now that Empoleon got buffed with competitive.
Oh, true. It has that competitive now instead of the other one.
Defiant.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how worrisome that would be, because I feel like Empoleon would probably be running a more defensive set anyways. It might end up being a problem.
It also doesn't help.
I mean, especially like if.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, if Golden Go sets up like a nasty plot and then tries to like maybe two-shot Empoleon, if it gets that boost, it'll probably have an easier time preventing that from happening.
Yeah, the other thing I was gonna say, if you set up rocks on Mudkip's side of the field, you don't have a way to get rid of it except for Glamora, but you can't rapid spin because Empoleon's gonna stop you at every time. Because all you have is Mortal Spin, so. I don't know. This will be interesting. I'm not gonna lie. I could also
I think
see a Scarf
Mudkip's
Gamora.
probably true.
Catch the Valiant.
Yeah, that could be a way to deal with Valiant. Probably would one-shot Entei with like a rock move.
That's the one thing that I really don't know. It's either Entei or Torterra. Because if you get a Shell Smash on Torterra, that's gonna do a lot. Like not much can handle that. Oh, I'm very interested. I think this might be the match that I'm going to be most looking forward to. Granted, that's if these people actually start doing their battles again. So, not much we can say there. Because nobody else has had their battles this week. But I think that's gonna be mine. I think out of all of them. Panda versus Doru could be okay, but any battle with fucking King Gambit is always gonna be a nuisance because you don't even have anything to deal with it except for Crook maybe because you're faster and you resist Sucker Punch, I guess.
Yeah, I I don't I don't know how much like a fighting move from King Gambit is doing to Crocodile, but yeah, I think I mean I really don't see a switch in to bundle aside from like maybe AV Magnezone. I guess Blissey, but
But you know it's flip turn out.
kind of just yeah, you just flip turn into literally anything.
And Hatterene can't do much either because you have fucking Heatran, Slowking, Angler, and Weezing here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see Nuzzle on Hatterene trying to just paralyze a lot of things. Because I mean, the best thing you would switch into a Nuzzle would be like the Crocodile, but you obviously don't want to take a fairy move.
Yeah.
And I guess Hisuian Electrode, although I'm not entirely certain if Hisuian Electrode would be brought in this matchup. I mean, I guess it could probably take like water move from Wake.
You know, but if you're in the
Uh,
sun, Flamethrower, Hydro Steam, that's just gonna do a shit ton. Electro doesn't have
yeah,
the best defenses, I guess.
I really like his core with Bundle, Dragonite, Heatran. Even like Slowking, G-Weezing are pretty good. But some of those low tier mons doesn't really give him a whole lot to work with.
Yeah.
Especially in a matchup like this where, I mean, the bundle can one tap most of the team, but it's like how reliably can you keep the bundle alive?
Actually, the sun is good for this one because you weaken the water moves from bundle.
Yeah, although obviously Walking Wake's going to be 4 times a week to
Freeze dry.
freeze dry,
Yeah.
which will be a problem. But yeah, I mean Magnezone switching in while sun is up is pretty free. I'm going to be taking a lot less damage from even a Hydro Pump,
Yeah.
and then you're pretty free to switch. Well, I guess like Crook comes in, and then you go.
Body press, I guess.
Why is? I mean, yeah, body press would be pretty good, but I was looking at Doric's team, and it's like, why is Chargerbug like one of the best switch-ins to Crook
Yeah.
that I see? And it's just, you know,
Yeah.
maybe something went wrong, unless I'm just, I mean, cottony. Like, I don't know. I guess like defensive Hatterene, but still probably taking out like 30 to 40.
Yeah. And then who else is up here? Anarchy versus Zen. That's. I mean, I guess you can't set up with your Surf because he has Clodsire, and Incineroar deals with Gouging Fire. I guess. And then Zen doesn't really have much for backs. You give it actually, you can't even bring Ninetales this week because you're giving backs a defense boost.
True.
And
The
and
the
Clodsire also
Aurora
deals
Veil
with
could be
Ninetales.
more beneficial, but it's hard to say. Because yeah, I mean Clodsire is able to shut down maybe some of the more reliable uh, strategies that Zen has available.
You know.
I mean, or Bombi.
You get poison jab. I don't know if you like that. I mean, personally speaking, that's what I would feel. You do have Incineroar for switch advantage too, and
That being said, it is going to be difficult to set up either like Bax or Bombi just because the Ditto's just always going to be chilling,
yeah.
being a nuisance. I do think it's interesting though. Both of these teams have very strong setup, but they also have very good answers to the setup. So
Yeah, you have Claw
they'll have to
and
rely on different
Ditto.
strategies. Yeah, I think honestly Ninetales probably still comes just to put up Aurora Veil, because there's some really heavy hitters on the opposing team, and you don't want to be caught off guard by any of those.
Also, Terra Water Gliscor looks like a pain in the ass.
Yeah, Gliscor with Terra is always just such a threat. It can be so difficult to deal with.
This will be fun. Oh, and you also can't run webs because then Superior gets a speed boost. Think about that, did we?
Yeah, and otherwise webs would be pretty nice for either Ninetales or Gouging Fire. But yeah, the contrary boost on Superior would potentially be problematic.
This one's fun because they both have things. This is another one just like the Yoder versus Mudkip fan, and the Con versus Jag. Like this one's a really good one just because of the fact that it's all about like who dies first, the Ditto and the Superior, or the Clodsire and Bascaliber.
Yeah, I think it's two fairly evenly matched teams, and they may come up with some creative sets to solve some of these problems that we've been able to see. They might have more defined solutions.
Yeah.
But yeah, because even something like for Alligator, it can, even without setup, just
You have
fire
Aqua
off
Jet.
some incredibly powerful sheer force moves. And then yeah, you got Aqua Jet as well.
I was trying to think like Appleton to Wall Superior, but I don't think that's a good one. It'd be funny though. Actually, what's
Appleton's kind of a weird mon because it's been making some waves in the draft community recently, just because a lot of people have really been enjoying terastallizing Appleton.
What's his stats like?
Turns out it's pretty good when you remove its 4 times weakness.
110, 80, 80, 100 special attack. I thought it was bulkier than this, but you have thick fat too. You remove you maybe turn into a fire type and deal with Although Ninetales and Serp. And,
Yeah, actually, Fire Appleton would be pretty good.
the only thing you're scared of is Ting Lu, I guess. Or
Because you'd resist fire moves from gouging fire.
yeah,
And then if you bring the Gliscor, you could swap that into Tinglu.
yeah.
Because Gliscor could just like taunt Tinglu, and then what is it doing? Basically nothing.
Heavy Slam. I mean, Tinglu. What isn't Tinglu's attack stat relatively high? Yeah, it's 110. You could
Yeah, but people usually don't really run it offensive, and even if you did, like Dark Move, probably not doing too much to Gliscor.
Yeah.
You're gonna win the recovery battle on that one.
Yeah, because the Gliscor has knockoff and Tinglu doesn't.
Yeah.
Actually, now that I think about it, the only thing that gets knockoff on Zen's team is Girder. Like, Gliscor gets its poison heal is gonna be a bitch in that. Although, Orthworm walls Gliscor, and it's good against what? It can deal. It can deal with Appleton. It can deal with Chinchino. You can deal with Rabombi. Clothsire can't really do too much to it. And you can tank back Excalibur. Actually, Earthworm might be good this one. Looking at it. Because the only things that it could be afraid of is...
What's it doing, though?
Well, actually, that's a good question. What the fuck is Earthworm's attack stat? It's base 85. It's like
this is 80 or something.
Not the worst. Body press.
Because, I mean...
Body press.
You gonna body press like a Clodsire or a Gliscor, though? Like, I don't know. You just kind of sit there. You're not really doing a whole lot.
You can smack down an Earthquake.
Like, that's just...
The Gliscor.
Free recovery for Gliscor. At that point.
That's a good point. I guess it's just more of like you can't do anything to it. I guess.
The only downside with that is like it gives Clodsire or Gliscor an opportunity to recover, which I think is better for Anarchy than it is then.
Yeah.
You know, maybe you run like Terra Ice Earthworm, I don't know. And then you have something you can do, but
I don't know if you want to waste your Terra on Earthworm though.
Yeah, really. Especially when you have like Superior or even a low Ninetales.
I don't know. This one will be fun. I'll admit. I think this one might be a little fun. But I think that's pretty much all the battles now that I think about it. Because I think the only one we didn't talk about was Sonic versus Cubone. Because I don't know how to think about that one. It's just...
Let's see. Is there a Chi-Yu switch?
No. There literally isn't. Third gets Dark Pulse, or Saluna can't switch into a fire move. Meowscarada dies on switch in. Quaquable is nowhere near bulky enough. Frostmoth dies. Quillfish... Actually, Quillfish maybe.
Yeah, this feels like a berry situation. Just like... bring a berry, kill the Chi-Yu, set up Quavel, and then profit. There's not a whole lot that can deal Quick Wave while getting set up in this matchup. I guess Unaware Clef, but
Wait, doesn't Tentacle wall it?
yeah, Tentacle as well.
Unburdened Sceptile. I can see that being a nuisance. Actually, does Unburdened Sceptile outspeed Regilucky?
That's a good question. I don't know if it matters though, because like, what is Regilucky doing to Sceptile? Thunder waving it, maybe? And then getting like a leaf bladed to oblivion.
It barely outspeeds. Actually, no. This is Adamant. If he's Jolly, he outspeeds by a shit ton. That's literally the only thing. You can explosion for 70%, I guess. Or set up screens. Like that's the thing.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, screens could be pretty good to have like a better or more reliable Chi-Yu answer.
Honestly, this is probably the best chance, the best time to have Trick Room, because a lot of Cubone's mons are fast. Chi-Yu's fast, Ambipom is fast, Salamence is fast, Magneton is relatively fast, Tentacle is base 100, Necrozma, Sceptile. Like, there's really no reason not to bring Trick Room this week. And Ursaluna, there's not a lot of switch-ins for Ursaluna now that I think about it. Like, maybe Intimidate Salamence, I guess, but I don't think you can take a Facade.
Usually Ursaluna thrives when it can't be revenge killed, but I think there's plenty of things here that have the opportunity to revenge kill it.
But not if you're in the Trick Room. That's what I'm saying. If you bring Trick Room and then have Ursaluna, nothing can take 2 hits on switching. And you have plenty of entryway. You can enter on Tentacruel, Illumise, Necrozma.
Yeah, but that is all you get though. You would just get those 2 turns, and then it just comes back down to like, you take 2 turns to knock something out, Trick Room's gone. Spent 1 turn setting it up, 1 turn switch, and then you get revenge killed.
Unless you set up screens with Regilucky. There you go. Screens Regilucky, then go to your Trick Room on, and then go to Ursaluna, and there you go. You can take down
and just
one
hope
mon,
that the entire time you're doing all that, nothing else happens on the other side of the battle.
Hey, you know, Cubone could fall asleep at the wheel. I don't fucking know.
Just hope that Clef doesn't set up like 30 Calm Minds at the time, in the time that all that takes place.
Well, you have Dirge. Dirge can deal with with its unaware against Clef.
The unaware battle.
Yeah. Actually, I think Dirge wins that one, doesn't it?
Probably. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like that. That's probably why I didn't want to say that. There's nothing for Chi-Yu on this fucking team at all. Everything fucking dies. God damn, I fucking hate Chi-Yu.
Yeah, it's a tough one to deal with, but I mean, knowing that you're facing it, you can bring the right set, deal with it, like a good AV Mon, or honestly, like an AV Ursaluna probably be enough to take a hit and then fire back.
You can't. Well, I think
but
you
you'd
put
be sacrificing a lot of health to do so,
exactly.
or potentially even getting burned.
Let's see if I do.
Just hope overheat misses, and then.
Is that where we're at? We're just gonna hope for a miss.
Nah, I think you either bring something sashed or something with a berry, and then fire back.
Jesus Christ. Zilix. Okay, I just decided to do like a Calamus for the fuck of it. I'm gonna give it max HP actually. Because you need max attack. Okay. Max HP Adamant Assault Vest Ursaluna. Takes 70 to 82% for Fire Blast. 57 to 67 from Flamethrower. And 82 to 97 from Overheat. And if you don't want to risk the fire move, because you're just like, yeah, this is kind of risky, because if I miss. Dark Pulse does 51 to 60%. So.
We live those.
You switch and you still die. Oh my god, this is atrocious. God, I fucking hate you. Stupid ass, fucking broken ass fish.
We live those.
Oh, but this is specs. If he doesn't go specs, let's get rid of specs. Maybe that's what we do. We don't give it specs.
And obviously you run max special defense, careful nature on your Ursaluna. It's probably like 30% from Dark Pulse. Easy.
Okay, if we're not specs, okay, we're not specs Chi-Yu. Your max special defense, max HP, careful nature, Ursaluna. Then you can do some damage. Because you tank, it's 23 to 28 from Dark Pulse, 32 to 38 from Fire Blast, 26 to 31 from Flamethrower, and 38 to 45 from Overheat. So, if it's not specs, then you're fine. If it is specs, even with this nature, let's see. Let's put it back. This fishy glory. You receive 35 to 41% from Dark Pulse, 48 to 57 from Fire Blast, 39 to 46 from Flamethrower, and 57 to 67 from Overheat. So, if you bring max Assault Vest Ursaluna, then you can Wallace Chi-Yu at least once. But if it switches that, you're done.
We live those.
God, I hate this fucking fish. Oh my god. I don't know. This is a tough matchup for Sonic. Real talk. Like, it's just really rough.
Yeah. I mean, clearly the play is bring like Terra Water on Frostmoth, and then what's Chi-Yu gonna Dark Pulse for like not a one shot? Easy.
Okay, let's see. We're gonna figure this out. Frostmoth, Water type Terra. Okay, well, Dark Pulse is 56 to 67%. So,
You bring Quiver Dance, and you quiver once, so that way you outspeed the next turn with the leftovers. Some special defense investment. You bait the Clef in. You go Ursaluna on the Clef's T-Wave. And now you have an Ursaluna in for free.
That is true. There you go. See, that's how you win, Sonic. We're giving you the strat.
Just don't get flinched. That's really important.
Oh,
if you get flinched, it all breaks apart. So just make sure that doesn't happen.
Oh Well, I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else we can talk about. That's the only battle we didn't talk about, but now you know why we didn't want to talk about it in the beginning. That's just massacre. I feel bad for Sonic. Nobody deserves to face off against that monster, fucking fish. So yeah, I think that's it for now. Any final thoughts? Actually, hold on. I gotta do my transition back to the main screen. Over here. Over there. There we go. We did it. Transition over. I don't know. Any last thoughts from your end, Zilix?
No, not really. Aside from same thing I said last week of
get your battles
everyone
done.
gets their battles done.
Zilix is getting very angry. He doesn't like it when people don't do their thing. Fucking get it done. I think that's gonna be it. I'm pretty sure. Actually, did you see? I got the Toros, Zilix. I picked it up.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
I picked up the Toros.
Think that's a strong pickup.
I'm still really. I want to get rid of Kilowatt, but I don't know for what. That's my last thing. There's just not a lot of A tier that are good-ish. I mean, I could go for like a tier 7 Electros maybe. A Galarian Articuno gives me another flying type. Not the ground immunity. Because I still have a big weakness to ground. And it's a double weak.
I don't hate Electra.
If I get Galarian Articuno, that's a double resistance to fighting. So
true.
That's a possibility. But what the fuck I have never used Galarian Articuno in my life, so I don't even know what the fuck it does.
It's pretty good. It has that I don't remember what the move called.
Its signature move? The freezing glare or whatever the fuck it's called.
Something like that. I know a lot of people run what is it? Stored power sets.
Oh, Calm
Mind, stored power.
Oh.
Pretty good.
I could probably do something like that. That might be something I can potentially look at. Then I think that's pretty much it. Ooh, what if I drop treads for our Chalodon now that it's getting banned from OE? I'm just kidding. I don't think it's worth it. Real talk. I'm literally getting rid of my only hazard removal by doing that.
Be a bit key.
Although that gives me extra points. Let's see, if I drop treads for Arch, that means I get 3 extra points. And then I drop the bird. I mean, so I get an 11, a tier 11. I can pick up Torn. Maybe. What is a Kai? Gives me a ground resistance and fighting type resistance. I'll think about it. If I need to talk to Zilix about this, I can do that later.
Do like Galarian Articuno though.
You think that's better? Just get rid of
Kilowattrel.
Watcher for Galarian Articuno. Gives me an extra point too, because I'm dropping down a tier. Okay, I'll probably do that then. Because I really don't see myself using Kilowattrel ever again right now, to be honest. Alright, I think that's going to be it. We're going to drop it off here. Thank you, Zilix, for showing up again to the stream. Like he said, and like I'm going to repeat it again, please get your fucking battles done, okay? I'm not trying to get every week where we're only covering like 1 or 2 battles. Actually, next week is even worse because I don't even have a battle this week. So, somebody please, for the love of God, have your week 6 battle, please. Would really appreciate it. Or if any other people that haven't had their old battles, do them now, and then if we don't get any week 6 battles, we can talk about those. You know, just saying. You know, we still don't have Jack versus Zen, Dorg versus Cube. Actually, that might have happened. I have to check. But Dorg versus Cubone, Khan versus Zack, Anarchy versus Yoder, Panda versus Jack, Khan versus Zen, Anarchy versus Zack, Sonic versus Mudkip. You know, we have a lot of battles that haven't happened. So if you don't get the ones for week 6, you can do the ones from the other weeks, and then we can review those, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. But thank you, like I said, to Zilix once again for being here with me today. And look out for my my video on the battle with Dorg tomorrow. And that's gonna be it. Last thoughts for Zilix, and we'll head out.
Yeah, we got through the internet troubles.
Yes,
we made it. But yeah, get those battles done.
Alright, well that's gonna be it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you have anything to say in the playback, leave it in the comments. We're always reading everything, and we will talk, or I will see you guys tomorrow. We'll see Zilix next Thursday, unless he's still away on his trip. By the time we have the week 6 review / week 7 discussion. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. We are out of here. Okay, there we go.